Hello, howdy. So I want to show off the concierge mode. So this is new. This is something that I think will be a really good experience for in-person bidders, and I'm very excited for it. So the whole idea is you have your auction. Your auction has been running for at least a week. And then you are going to finish the auction with an in-person event, a banquet. And so you want guests at the banquet to be able to participate in the auction, even if they don't have a phone. So the concierge mode lets you do that. I'll circle back to preparation in a minute, but from a donor's perspective or from a guest's perspective, this is kind of what they can expect to experience. They're going to show up, they'll be able to peruse the items, and each item will have a small piece of paper that's basically just a price tag. It's going to have a particular number. That number might have been stroked out with a higher number written next to it, but it's just a number. And yeah, so then you will give instructions. You'll say, welcome. If you see an item and you want to bid, flag down a runner. Hopefully your runners are easy to see. Flag down a runner. They're wearing bright yellow hats. They're carrying iPads. You say, woohoo, I want to bid on this. And you can place your bid with the runner, and then the runner will let you know if you are outbid. That's essentially it. Or you can participate online. You just go to this website and you can bid on things that way as well. So that's pretty much all you need to give as instruction. And then that's the donor's experience. They peruse the items. They see that, this particular water bottle currently has a price next to it of $8. And that's really appealing to me. So I say, woohoo. I get a runner to come up. I say, yes, I want to bid on this water bottle. It's beautiful. And I would like to bid $15 for it. The runner says, okay. They punch away on their iPad, doing whatever it is that teenagers do. And they say, oh, actually the price is $20. So sorry. And they scratch out the $8. They put 20 on there. And I say, oh, okay. All right. It's a great water bottle. I'd go as high as 40. So the teenager says, okay, $40, and your name? And I say, well, my name is Aaron. The runner says, okay, Aaron, $40. And then they say, okay, great. It's yours. Right now it's yours, and I'll let you know, Aaron, if someone outbids you. That's it. I've placed my bid. I get immediate feedback on that price. Let's say, for the sake of an extended example, let's say that I as a bidder go over and I see that there's another item. There's a really fancy gaming computer mouse, which this is not. And I say, oh, I know that's worth like $150, but I'm gonna bid $50. So I flag down my runner. Woohoo! They come over. I say, I want to bid $50 on the mouse. And the runner says, okay, $50 for Aaron. Oh, it looks like someone has automatically outbid you. I say, I get this nice immediate feedback that someone else has already set their max bid higher online. So I say, okay, how about 75? Punch, 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 punch. And they say, no, they outbid you again. And I say, okay, fine, I'll go 150. And they go, boop, boop, boop. All right, it's yours for $91 right now. I'll let you know if someone outbids you. And I say, great. I peruse the rest of the table. I bid on a couple other things. Then the meal starts. I go sit down and enjoy my meal. And halfway through my meal, the runner comes back over and says, hey, Aaron, someone beat you on the water bottle. The bid's now at $75. And I say, okay, I'm done on the water bottle. And they say, okay, and they leave. A little while later, they come back and say, hey, someone else beat you out on the computer mouse. The price is now up at 151. They beat you by $1. And I might say, okay, as a bidder, I might say, all right, I'll go, it's a charity auction. I'll do 170. And they say, okay, great, it's yours again. The bid is at $160. I'll let you know if you're outbid, and the runner runs away. So my experience as a bidder, I had to interact with a teenager, which was a little uncomfortable, but I got immediate feedback on whether I was winning the items or not. And when things progressed through the evening, the runner came to me, which was just a really nice experience. So that's the idea. That's concierge mode. From your perspective, to set this up, there's a little bit of setup. When you are putting items on the table, you should be putting the current price of the item next to each item. I would suggest that this is just like a post-it size piece of paper, just the price. You don't want it to look like this is a silent auction where people can just start writing their own bids on the paper. You just want it to look more like a price tag. That's the current value. Have a few hundred sticky notes so that when you update the price, maybe you just, you could stroke out the old one and write the new price, or maybe you just throw a new sticky note on top. But you want to have a price next to each item when guests first arrive. I can probably make a printout for you if that's helpful, or you can just be looking at this page as you're laying out the items. There's a new search filter here, so I can say how much is the sock monkey as I'm putting it down, and it's currently at $0. And okay, I can just I can update that price and slap it on the sock monkey and move on to the next item. Then, as guests arrive, I know I'm using a computer right now, but you can use, all of this works on a mobile phone just fine. To set up your runners, we can set up a user account. It just has to be marked as a staff account. So I can set up user accounts for you, or you can just log in on many devices. There's no problem there. So you could, log in with your account on a few different iPads or on a few teenagers' phones. But you will need a handful of runners. I would suggest at least 3. It's nice to have some backups, even if a couple of them are going to do most of the work. So you log in as a concierge, and you live and breathe on this main page and on this concierge view. Right now there's no activity, so we'll just let's generate a little. We'll go through a few examples. So I'm a concierge. I'm looking at this screen on my iPad, and I'm standing around smiling, and the bidder flags me down. So I approach the bidder, and the bidder says, hey, I want this water bottle. I don't actually have a water bottle listing, so let's imagine it's a sweater. Hey, I want this sweater. So okay, as the concierge, I'm going to look through here. I'm probably just going to search for sweater. No, that wasn't it. Hoodie. There we go. So this is the hoodie. Yeah, it's currently $0. And you want to bid how much? And they say, I'm gonna, I bid $40. Okay. So as the concierge, I click on that. I get their name. Let's say their name is Bill Gates. All right, Bill. And you want to go how high on the hoodie? Let's do $40. Okay, Bill. And I'm not going to ask him about this. I'm just going to make a mental note of what Bill looks like in case I don't recognize Bill Gates later on in the evening. And I'll say he's wearing a bright pink shirt. All right. And I say that, and I say, okay, Bill. And right below this form, I'm going to check here. and I'll get this quick feedback as to whether they're winning the item or not. So I say, great, Bill, the hoodie is yours right now, and I'll let you know if someone outbids you. Great. So then someone else flags me down. Let's do another bid here. Someone else says, hey, I want to bid, whatever it is. We'll place a couple other bids here. Let's say someone else wants to bid on the sock monkey. Their name is Hugh Jackman. They're gonna bid $5 on the sock monkey. I don't know. Handsome? I think Handsome has an E. So I create a note for myself, place that bid. I'm a runner. I take some other people's bids. When I've got a moment of downtime, I look over here. So there's people to notify. There's nothing there right now. And then there's online activity or things that I should update on the paper. So the current bid for the sock monkey is now $1. So I should go find the sock monkey and update that sticky note. When I do that, I'll go over to the sock monkey and scratch out the $0 and put a 1 next to it. And then I'll mark off that I've made that change. Marking off what you've done helps all of your runners to coordinate with each other. So that's great. Let's fast forward a little bit, just a quick second. We'll say that someone else comes online and they're gonna bid, because the auto bid logic is still happening here. Bill Gates is winning this hoodie. He said he'd go as high as 40. He's currently getting it for $1. Someone else is gonna bid online and they'll bid 20. And online activity continues just the way it always has. Email notifications, this sort of thing. And so let's have someone beat out Bill Gates here. Let's have someone go $75 on the hoodie. All right. So as the concierge, I live and breathe on this concierge view. When nothing's happening, no one's flagging me down, I'm just gonna refresh this page and look for any updates. And I'm gonna look here on the left. This will be the first thing you see if you load it up on your phone. So I've got people to notify, and then I've got papers to update. And I see here that, there's someone to notify. So I can see Bill Gates has been outbid on the hoodie. Their bid was $40. The bid is now at $41. And there's my note to myself that he's wearing a pink shirt. I've got a couple notes here about Bill. I think that other one is from a previous test that I made about Bill. But anyway, I have a nice clear note as to what Bill looks like. And so now I, as the runner, need to find Bill in the crowd and let him know. So, he's an important guy. I politely wait. And I say, hey, Bill, someone beat you out on the hoodie. The price is now $41. What do you want to do? I chat with him about it. We make some small talk. He says, who did it? And maybe I click on here and I look at, what particular person. Oh, it's this Aaron T guy. He outbid you. And he says, Aaron T, I know Aaron T. Whatever the dialogue is. Anyway, so Bill wants to go higher. So great. So I can click on this button here, or I could, from the item, I can go through the regular experience. If I click on Bill wants to update their bid, it just takes me straight to the form, and I can just update the number. So Bill wants to go higher on the hoodie. Bill has a little extra change in his pocket, and he'll go $200. I don't need to add to my description. I already know what Bill looks like, and I can place that bid. Again, I get some immediate feedback as to whether they're winning the item or not. Let's do that. Let's say Bill takes the lead. Bill's, he's beaming up a storm, and he's so proud of himself. He's told me that he wants to go as high as $200. but he's currently winning the hoodie for 76 because of that max bid logic. It's working for Bill there. So if let's say Hugh Jackman reaches out to me, he says, "What's all this fuss about?" And I say, "Bill Gates is bidding on the hoodie," and Hugh Jackman wants to get involved. So Hugh Jackman's going to bid on the hoodie too. He doesn't know what Bill's actual bid is, so Hugh Jackman's just going to go for, I don't know, $150. So he's flagged me down. I'm now talking to Hugh Jackman. He wants to do 150. I say, "Okay, Hugh, I'll place your bid for 150. And right down here, I get that immediate feedback that, "Oh, hey, sorry, Hugh, but you are actually immediately outbid." And I'll scroll back up and look over here, and I'll see that Hugh Jackman was outbid. The bid's now at 151. So I can let Hugh know right away. Hugh gets riled up at the fact that he was just beat out by Bill Gates. He says that won't stand, and so Hugh wants to go up to $500. This is great. I enter in that bid for Hugh. Great, Hugh is winning. Hugh is happy. I step back, I refresh the page, and I see that, now I've got to let Bill Gates know that he was just beat by Hugh Grant. So now as a runner, I'm probably going back and forth across the room a couple times, which is just really fun. I think that adds a really fun dynamic to the evening. I think I don't know if this counts as being a silent auction. There's no shouting involved. It's just a runner going across the room and working between Bill Gates and Hugh Jackman here, and ultimately, hopefully, having a great fundraiser. At some point, Bill says, "That's too rich for my blood. $200 is where I'm going to draw the line on that hoodie." So I go over to Bill. I'm talking to him. He says, "Thank you. I'm done." And I can just check off that I've let Bill know, and I can disregard that. That notification just goes away. If Bill changes his mind and he flags me down later, great, he's back in the running. But otherwise, he's done. I've done my job as a runner. I can go back to looking for anyone else who's flagging me down. I can update the price of that hoodie. So I go to the table and update the price of that hoodie. It's now $201. Check off that I've done that. And this is my job as a runner. This way, bidding can continue right up to the final seconds. At some point, if I try and enter a bid in this form after the auction's over, I just get an error message saying, "Sorry, auction's over." And when the auction's over, you can hop over here to your end of auction report. And the website is the final say on who won and how much they owe. So I can pull up this report next to my payment system. People can line up to pay and collect their items. So Hugh Jackman comes up, or let's say Bill Gates comes up. So I search for Bill, and I see, "Sorry, Bill, you didn't actually win anything. You got beat out on the hoodie." And then Hugh Jackman comes up, and I can say, "All right, Hugh Jackman, you got the sock monkey and the hoodie." I collect those items for him. "You owe me $202. He pays. Hugh Jackman is happy. Bill Gates, we say, "Hey, Bill, make a donation." And Bill leaves happy. And we had a great fundraiser. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll have a great auction.